Hello everybody, it is I, your favorite VTuber Android Arrowhead here with a brand new debate room for the current Askreddit special. Now for those of you unfamiliar, basically I'll answer these questions and you guys can also answer them in the chat if you want to try to debate me, but you will fail. Because I am infallible. Much like Toilico over here, which will represent you because that is the tsundere toilet, as brought up in the short Get Help. And the other Askreddit special. Either way, here we are. So, first question. You are tasked with inventing a new version of rock, paper, scissors, and you have to follow the original formula. What are the choices and what beats what? Well, if we're just going by this stream, obviously we'd go I beat chat. Chat beats the... Actually, wait, no, wrong. Tsundere Toilet beats me because I'm just befuddled by it. I beat chat, and chat... No, wait. I keep messing this up. How did I plan this out? I had an answer ready for this. No. Chat... No, wait. Toilet beats me. I beat chat. Chat beats toilet. Wait. Yeah, no, that's it. That's rock, paper, scissors, I think. I just figured out the game. Alright. So, toilet beats me, I beat chat, chat beats toilet. That's rock, paper, scissors now. Congratulations, it's a new game. Chat, toilet, me. If Nintendo made an adult-only spin-off game, which one would be the most successful? Guys, I'm pretty sure it would be Animal Crossing. Just based on Rule 34, which I never visit, and I've never visited, I don't know what I'm talking about. I would say Animal Crossing. Have you seen the way people draw characters from that game? My god. Alternatively, a Legend of Zelda game, where you get to be with Zelda by the end of it. That would also sell like hotcakes, I think. Actual romantic development. That's nice. Also, let me think. Obviously, there's, Samus, there's, Peach and all that, Daisy. But also, guys, can we talk about the possibility of Kirby Vores the Universe? I think that's got a lot of potential right there, because he's already a vacuum. He can fit anything inside of him. There's so much potential for absolutely horrid things. So many things can go horribly wrong with this. Or Toad's Wild Adventure. He's already shaped like a thing that could be used for stuff. Maybe, possibly, definitely something to look into. Nintendo, get on that. Just my ideas. Or Wario's Funhouse, where Wario personifies the ugly bastard tag or something like that, and Waluigi gets to watch. I don't know. Either way, didn't mean to wink there. Don't know why I winked there. Next question. What great song did you discover from a movie or TV show? Alright, so... how can I put this? I knew Billy Joel was a thing before I watched The Boys, but I never actually listened to any of the music before The Boys, except for, like, I don't know, We Didn't Start the Fire, maybe? But after I saw The Boys, now I listen to Billy Joel. So yeah, thank you, The Boys, for introducing me to Billy Joel. I like that. Additionally, let me think. I'm pretty sure, if we also extend this to video games, I never heard Paramore's Misery Business before, I played Saints Row 2. And then I just heard it all the time because it was on the radio in that game, and I liked it. And I was like, oh man, Paramore! After I found out, like, years later that was Paramore. So, that too, I guess. I didn't discover that before, so I think that's cool. Anyway, that's just kind of my thoughts on that. Additionally, let me think. I feel like there are a lot of 80s songs I never heard before the movie they were in. I'm pretty sure I didn't even hear Bohemian Rhapsody before I saw Wayne's World. So yeah, I learned Bohemian Rhapsody from Wayne's World, I learned Billy Joel from The Boys. Trying to think. That's about all I got there. Anyway. What is the first thing when you think about Brazil? I think about that one meme from League of Legends where Mordekaiser will zuck people away to Brazil with his ultimate. Like, he just, like, warps them in the hole. He's like, it's zucking time. Then he zucks all over them, but in Brazil. It's also that meme, like, I don't want to go to Brazil. For some reason, I find that funny, but I assume Brazil is not a very habitable place, you know? Because I hear a lot of, honestly, kind of bad stuff about that. I hear a lot of, like, corruption and a lot of, like, difficult living situations. So maybe that. Maybe Brazil is just a tough place to survive, you know? Could be. Could be a problem. I just don't think it would be easy to live there. That said, they do have some pretty cool culture stuff there, so it's not like it's a hellscape. But it sounds like it would be tough. Anyway. Straight guys of Reddit. What do you think of Ryan Reynolds? Well, obviously, he's the most beautiful man alive, and we should all be worshipping the ground he walks on. No, but really, though, it's like... I think he's an attractive guy, ultimately, but, like... I wouldn't, like... try out the other team... if you know what I'm saying, just for Ryan Reynolds. You know, you gotta sweeten the pot there, you know? Get some Hugh Jackman in the mix. Steven Spielberg, maybe, just to spice things up. We'll see what happens. But no, not just for Ryan Reynolds, unfortunately. And of course, I speak for all straight men, who are also androids, which comprises roughly 0.0000000000000001% of the population, but still, I speak for us all. But yeah, you know, relatively attractive guy, pretty attractive guy, very handsome man, but I don't know. I wouldn't, like, forsake women just for Ryan Reynolds. What is something that is considered socially unacceptable, however, honestly shouldn't be? Okay, so, I'm going to say something that sounds very antisocial right now. And it's going to sound that way because it is. And I don't deny that, but I do support it. So, currently, it is rude to walk away in the middle of a conversation, right? That's rude, apparently. My TED Talk is where I would say that is false. If we can start a conversation out of nowhere, we can end one out of nowhere. It is not that rude to just say, I'm sorry, I've got to go do stuff, and then leave in the middle of a conversation. Or maybe you just leave. You always start a conversation without saying anything. You might as well end it that way. Just like speed walk away, power walk, with your arms out, T-posing, asserting dominance, whatever you want. But stop talking to people. Just don't do it. You don't have to. Society is a lie. They're trying to tell you you have to do these things. But you know what? I want to tell you what they don't want you to know. There are ducks in the park, and you can take as many of them home as you want. They don't want you to know these things, but I'm telling you because I'm good. I'm one of the good ones. I'm telling you everything you need to know. Anyway, next question. What villain is the best song? Now, if we're just talking music themes, I think Bondrewd from Made in Abyss has a fantastic one in, you know, Rumble of the Scientific Triumph. But, however, if we're talking music in general, I do still really like Scar's Be Prepared song from Lion King. I thought that was a really good song. Hey Peach, welcome to the stream. But yeah, I thought that that Scar's Be Prepared song was really good. Let me think. I feel like I had a better answer for this. Let me, Oh, of course there's Metal Gear Rising, which has, like, some of the best boss themes in history. So there's, like, Red Sun is amazing. There's The Only Thing I Know for Real. There's It Has to Be This Way. Honestly, there's so many good songs from that game. If I had to pick one, though, I think I'd have to go down to It Has to Be This Way. Just for the fact that it's like a unique song and it's also really, really good. I like it. All right, next question. What comedian never fails to make you laugh? I would hope the answer for the chat is me, but assuming that it's not, then honestly for me, it varies depending on like the year, but generally Key and Peele always makes me laugh. It is never not funny. Those guys know exactly how to make comedy. Also, personally, kind of like, let me think. Conan O'Brien, I like him. Off the top of my head, Jerry Seinfeld's usually very funny. That's about what I got. Yeah, those are the comedians that never fail to make me laugh. That never fail to make me laugh. Personally, quite fond of all of them. All right. Next question. Your mission is to blow a job interview in the first 10 seconds. What do you do? Okay, so I thought about it. Not a comedian, but game changer. I guess that. I get that. I think I've heard of them. Let me think, though. What if I get to blow a job interview in 10 seconds? What do you mean who's talking? I'm talking. I mean, like, there's no one else talking. As far as I can tell, I'm the only audio source on this thing. Well, anyway. Blowjob interview in the first 10 seconds. Let me think. Well, obviously there's the obvious answer, which is bring a bomb, because that'll blow things up pretty quickly, but, that's... how? Well, anyway. Your mission is... Oh! I see what you're saying. Yeah, I gotcha. But, like, yeah. There's also, like... I don't know. Yeah, you could feign insanity. You could feign insanity. You could also just immediately ask what the salary is, because apparently they don't like that. Let me think what else. Immediately start advertising your streaming channel. People hate it when you do that. They hate it when I do that. I assume it's for most people. As for other things... Ask them how okay they are with like things that they would never be okay with. Like if it's a fast food restaurant, ask if like they're okay with like violent throwing up all the time or something like that. That would get them out of it pretty quick. Or talk about your criminal record, even if you don't have one. Say like, oh man, thanks, I really need this job. I can't go back to prison, you know. Very generic stuff. Trying to think of something funnier. I guess you could ride a motorcycle into the room. That would, people probably hate that because, you know, tire tracks and all that. Man, I am just not funny tonight. What else would blow it immediately? Talk about your waifu. People usually don't like that, especially if it's like a rival waifu to the waifu they have. Or something. That could work. Wear that, like, the Ahegao shirt with the hentai faces on it. That's pretty good. Huh. I don't know. That's pretty much all I got. Anyway. I brought a tank into the room. That would do it. Yeah, most people would hate that. Unless you're going to, like, a tank driving school, at which point they're like, oh, you already have your thing. You already got your tank. You're good. Bikes are for noobs. Exact. Yeah. Well, I am a bit of a noob, as you've seen me in my gameplay and all that. You bring an M1 Abrams L tank. I get that. Yep. My 5-year-old wants to know, why doesn't Wolverine have claws come out of his toes? Well, logically, the answer is that he just doesn't have claws in his feet. But let's back up a second. So Wolverine's claws, I think, are stored in like his forearm, then they come forward through his wrist. That means Wolverine would have to have claws in his feet. While not unfeasible or unfeasible, if you will, I feel like it would kind of mess with the way the feet bend, or it would like interfere with his running, possibly, if they're too long. And like, you also have to consider the fact that they're like feet claws, and his daughter has them, or like X2 has them. He does not, and that begs the question why. Because, there was that whole thing in Logan about how like female lionists have like back claws to protect like people. You don't waste your time in any movies. Well, like, you know, Wolverine's also a comic thing. It's also not really a waste of time as long as you enjoy it. Everyone needs entertainment. You play too much strategy for an Austrian. Yeah, probably. Just preparing for the next World War, probably. If you're in Austria, it's statistically likely that you're going to be involved in it somehow, considering that both of the past World Wars were involved with people in Austria. So, could be. You could be the one that starts the next World War. Statistically speaking, you know. But, I don't know. I don't think he would have claws in his feet just because that would be kind of like dopey, in a way. He's such a burly dude, he like runs around and is like, I'm gonna shank you. Hey, bub, I'm gonna shank you. And then, like, if he just, like, starts flinging around his toes with, like, claws coming out of them, they'd be like, oh, that's just, oh, but why? Oh, I like feet, but not like this. Or something. I imagine that's how that would go in modern days. Because feet fetishes are apparently... Technically, the sort started World War II, then one. Yeah. Yeah, in a way. But somehow there's always an Austrian person involved, either by the victim or the perpetrator, but regardless. Yeah, Wolverine claw toes. Anyway. What fictional characters are idolized by people who miss the entire point of their story? You got your Walter Whites, where people think that they're the best when they're actually not. In World War I, yeah, I know they killed the Austrian monarch in World War I. Yeah, and then Adolf was the guy for Austrian World War II. Yeah, anyway. People who miss the point of the entire story. So there's Walter White, that's a pretty common one. I would also go for, like, the Joker. Because people miss the point that he's supposed to be kind of crazy, and he's like... The people who unironically use Joker as, like, a symbol for stuff... I don't think they get it. Also, the Punisher. The whole point is that the Punisher, like, tries to get rid of corrupt cops. So you have people like cops sporting Punisher logos and stuff. That's completely against the point. There was even a part of the comics where he was talking about how Captain America should be the role model instead, and yet they still like wanted to have, oh yeah, we want to hurt people like you do and stuff like that. That's not the point. Punisher hurts bad cops, or bad cops, bad people, all that stuff. It's not for the cops. There's also like Lelouch, Kiritsugu, really any character that has like a Machiavellian way of thinking where it's like, oh, the ends justify the means. Because usually in those stories, they're about how that person kind of fucked up and lost a lot because of it. So they can't really just... I mean, you shouldn't really idolize characters like that because usually their point in the story is to show that that doesn't really work. You know? Anyway. Next question. What TV show can go fuck itself? Any show that had, honestly, a kind of terrible ending, honestly. Like, you can't just have a great show and then biff the ending and still have me like it afterwards. I'm gonna always just think about how the way it ended. It's gonna be like the last impression you have, you know? So, like, Game of Thrones, I gotta be honest, as much as I liked the rest of that show, I did not care for the ending. That's a pretty obvious one, pretty standard one. What show can go fuck itself? What else? What else can go fuck itself? I'm trying to think. What show ended so poorly that I would also hate that too? Because there's obviously Game of Thrones. Dexter, I think, should be up there. As much as I love Dexter's 1 through 4, seasons 1 through 4, not a huge fan of anything after that. It just went sideways slowly but surely in a way that was just kind of unbearable to watch. It was painful. Monstrously painful. What was done in that series was monstrous, and they created the monster. Anyway. Oh yeah, Paw Patrol. For some reason I don't like it. I've never really seen that much of it, but like, man, it's Paw Patrol. I've had to sit through a little bit of it, and I did not care for it. I guess you just don't like TV, Peach. Sorry to hear that. What's a word that gets thrown around too much? Probably literally. I see it literally everywhere. And yeah, that is the correct way to use that. Because I do see it essentially in most places where it should not be. It's literally way too common. Not many things are that literal and that guaranteed, you know? It's like, you gotta slow that down. Also, like, it really just depends on the person for the most part. Like, what, if there's an adjective they use to describe most things, like, oh, this is divine. Kakarakophobia. You know, don't really think that gets used too much. Also, like, depression. Oh, fear of failing. I don't think that word really gets thrown around that much. I mean, a lot of people have a fear of failing, just not like, maybe not to like a crippling extent, but I don't really see anyone saying kakarokophobia. Kakarokophobia. I don't really see people saying that. All the words that mean cool, but relate to drugs like dope, gas, cracked. Okay, is this your way of telling me to stop saying something is dope? Is this your way of telling me that? You could have just said something. Man, I've been saying things are like cracked and dope for a while. What do you mean? You're just now telling me that? Man. I'm getting destroyed. I'm being eviscerated. I say stuff is dope and like... I'm trying to relate to the kids though. The kids say these things. They say stuff like dope and, you know, gas and cracked and all that. And I say dope and cracked. I don't say gas because that one's kind of weird. But, you know, I try to relate to the children. I'm one of the cool kids. Lit is another one. Of course it is, because it's... the kids use it. Something gets thrown around too much. I also say that a lot. That is true. I also say or something kind of a lot. Gonna need to pump the brakes on that one too. It is not a very dope word. Freedom. Alright, we're starting to get political with it, so I'm just gonna move on. Next question. What's a video game quote, sound or quote you'll always remember? Probably like... I'm pretty sure I could hear the shield charging sound from Halo 1 in my sleep and know it. Oh, also like... sounds from games that are really tough kind of haunt me. Like, I heard a sound effect the other day from, I think it was like part of the final boss fight of Sekiro. And it shook me for a sec, because I remembered all the times it spent fighting Ishin. Oh, also, you know that sound in Undertale when you block one of Undyne's spears? Like the little ding sort of thing? That haunts me in my sleep. I could hear that and wake up in a cold sweat. Straight up. I was not a fan of that encounter. I mean, it's a good fight, don't get me wrong, it's a good fight, but man, that is tough. It hurts me on a mental level. It deals emotional damage. It was a trial. Then I beat it, and then, well, yeah, you guys can go watch the last Undertale episode I did to figure out what happened there. Sound or quote? Quote, I also really like, a lot of Halo quotes, honestly, like, kill me or release me, parasite. But do not waste my time with talk. There is much talk. And then also, like, the edited version of that, where it's like, kill me or release me, parasite. But do not waste my time with cock. There is much cock. Oh yeah, Flowey's laugh. That's a pretty creepy sound. That'll stick with you. Yeah. Also, like the if we're talking just sound in general, like Flowey's theme, which you kind of hear a lot by the end of the game because you have to fight him a lot. So there's that too. Omega Flowey. That was a fucking fight. And then also, what else? Another quote. Why are we still here? Just to suffer? And like the memes and anything from Metal Gear Rising, almost every line from Metal Gear Rising Revengeance is memorable and memeable. Exactly. Mother of all omelets, Jack. Can't fret over every egg. And like, yeah, just everything from that. That's a nice argument, Senator. Why don't you back it up with a source? My source is that I made it the fuck up. Lovely stuff, obviously. And then, let's see. Let me think. Man, my internet is terrible right now. Let me see. What else would I do? If I had another quote... Such a lust for revenge. Oh! Scout saying, fatty, go eat a salad from... Oh, yeah! Anything from TF2 also. TF2 has some great stuff. Oh, and another one that's just engraved in my memory at this point. The line from Tracer in Overwatch. Does anyone else get a feeling of deja vu? Fucking hate hearing that, but you know what? I heard it. And it's stuck now. It won't come out. So there's that. That's what I have to deal with on a daily basis. Anyway, next question. What's a dead YouTube channel that you miss? Off the top of my head, Sorrow TV. Sorrow TV was this guy that did like a lot of like dramatic readings of Reddit posts. And he was really good at it, in my opinion. I thought he was really, really funny. Really brought out the, like a character behind the lines. That wasn't British. Okay, well, it was something. It doesn't matter. I'm not trying to voice act right now. I'm trying to just read Askreddit questions. I miss Sorrow TV. Ed's World? Yeah, I think I've heard of them. But yeah, Sorrow TV was this guy who just kept reading Reddit posts, and he was really funny and really good at it, but around, like, I think it's 2 years ago. Let me look this up. Hold on. Sorrow TV. I think they even mentioned him on Trash Taste. But yeah, he stopped, like, 2 years ago, and... Oh well, I miss Sorrow TV. Yeah, Mr. Anime was an anime too. I remember everything about Mr. Anime, I heard about that. I think we all know about that one, but that's, like... I wouldn't say I miss him. I'd say he's just a dead channel. Never knew the guy, never, like, really watched his content. I don't think I was even around when that was happening. So, yeah, there's that. Also, it's kind of funny that you know about an anime YouTuber despite the fact that you've claimed you don't really watch TV shows, which probably includes anime. That's funny. Next. What is an impossible question to answer? I'm sure plenty of you will have this. But, I don't know. There are plenty of questions that are, like... Impossible is just kind of, like, a rough way to put it, because, like, sometimes it's, like, completely impossible. And other times it's just impossible right now until we find out a way to answer it. So, really, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? No one can answer that question. Is liking traps... kinda gay? Possibly. It's in the eye of the beholder in that one. Trying to think what else. What is the meaning of life? That's one of those things that kind of varies from person to person. No real solid answer for it. How much is the right amount of salt for, like, seasoning something? Or, like, you know that thing where it's like, don't let the recipe tell you how much flour to put in. You feel that with your soul. And you do. You do feel that with your soul, because flour is really, really good. So, like, never too much flour. What is an impossible question to answer? Is flour too much? Salt is good for you, yeah. What's wrong with that? I never said there wasn't. I mean, don't put, like, a ton of salt in. It's still, like, you know, you can have too much sodium. But, yeah. Anyway. Next question. And this is an impossible question to answer, I thought. This one. But anyways, next question. A Japanese proverb says rain is just a problem if you don't want to get wet. What's a real example about it? Drowning in soup is only a problem if you're not hungry. Or... let me think what else. Also, it matters your saliva's pH, the temperature, then we can answer. Sure. Anyway. Rain is just a problem if you don't want to get wet. What is a real example about it? Yeah, drowning in soup is one of them. I guess, like, getting stabbed is only a problem if you don't want to die, but that's kind of a rough one. Getting hit in the face with a pie, comically speaking. Hey, Dreeth. Welcome back. Getting hit in the face with a pie, like, comically, is only a problem if you're not hungry. A lot of these are going to be hunger related. Getting a... oh, well, that was retracted. I guess getting swirled in a toilet is only a problem if you don't like the tsundere toilet. So there's that. You don't want to be inside the toilet. Which some of you do, I know for a fact. As the tsundere toilet is right there, and I know what it is. We all know what it is. Getting a nuclear reactor but having bad workers and a low budget. Is that an example? I feel like that's just like... that's just Chernobyl. That's not really like a moral conundrum there. That's like... huh. Don't have sex if you don't want kids. I guess, yeah, pregnancy is only a problem if you weren't, like, trying to get kids in the first place. Which is the point of this, I guess. But you're my dad, so obviously you wanted me, Jonathan Anderson Sr., which makes me the junior. Clearly you wanted me, right? Anyway. Let me think. What else would really work for this? Getting hit by a car is only a problem if you're not trying to run an insurance fraud. Arrowhead Burrs. I don't know what that means. Obviously, yeah, thank you, Jonathan Anderson Sr., who's also my father, definitely. Oh, of course. Yes. You see, Arrowhead is actually short for Jonathan Anderson Sr. Jr. Next question. Reddit, how do you like your coffee? I like my coffee like I like my men. I don't like men. I also don't like coffee. Who's my first sub? I have no idea. That was like 6 years ago. That's a very tough question to answer. It might have even been myself, like I just subbed to myself or something. Getting hit with a truck is only a problem if you won't get isekai. Exactly! That's what I'm saying! If you don't like isekai, you shouldn't get hit by a truck. That's just how it is. You should be hit by a car. That way you'll just die. Instead of having to deal with, like, 8 women who are all very attractive and all want you, but you can never actually date any of them because that's not how it works. And also you're overpowered, but you're never allowed to be, like, actually overpowered, though. You have to, like, deal with it. And then you gotta spend, like, 18 volumes trying to kill a Demon King, even though it's like, are you even trying to do that at that point, or are you trying to stay? But you're not. And you're probably not gonna go back either. So you gotta deal with that at that point, and then you're a light novel protagonist, so you've already kind of lost. Anyway. Oh yeah, and eventually you have to be made in like an anime adaptation that just winds up kind of sucking, but still not really. Because you'll always have some kind of fan. I think I can look somehow. Probably. I like my coffee like I like my women. I do not like coffee, but if it's iced or normal tea, I'll take it. Not sure what the metaphor is in that one, but that's nice. Good to hear. Nice. Because it's got iced. Yeah. But yeah, I don't like coffee. Next question. What's something that's hated for no reason? Me. No, but really though, Fortnite. I feel like Fortnite gets a lot of flack, despite the fact that, like, it's not that bad of a game. I think it's more just the community, the community that gets flack. But still, oh, you like men. Oh, I getcha. Yeah. Not for me, but you know what? Good on you for taking some of them off the market. I'm sure they're happy about that. Anyway, yeah, Fortnite. I feel like Fortnite is like... It's not that bad of a game. It's really just the people dislike the community, to be honest. And it's like, you know, it plays well enough. I don't notice a lot of like glaring glitches with it. There are probably a few cheaters there, but again, that's more the community. I think maybe also furries in a way, but like, that's kind of debatable there. Because sometimes, like, you'll get stuff like the starter characters. Oh, totally. Yeah, some people hate starter characters for no reason other than just they're the free ones. They don't like having to deal with them. I kind of like starter characters. They're the ones that are there the whole time. Yeah, for some furries, like, you'll get stuff like the rainforest stuff. And obviously that's not all of them, but like... You said kidding 2 times, but he just gave an error. Yeah, it'll do that sometimes. My connection's kind of terrible right now. But yeah, so like, furries are like... I feel like most of them aren't like the rainforest people, but like... You know, the extreme ones are the ones we hear about, and those ones aren't great. So, you know, you mix the good with the bad. Genshin Impact grinders, I think they get a little too much hate. Yeah. Or just like, people will hate on anything that they don't inherently like, and they'll try to find like reasons to justify why they hate it. But usually it's like, sometimes it's just opinion, you know? Sometimes you just don't like something, and it's not like you have a moral high ground for it. A moral high ground for it. No, you don't have the mortal high ground where you can kill immortal people, but you have the moral high ground. Or you don't. That's kind of the point. Either way, a lot of people hate more popular things for no particular reason. I was even at that point in my life. There was a time when I hated stuff just because it was like the hip thing to do. As the kids say, hip. You know, where it's like... Find a female person so that Toilico is a voice. Oh, I should do that. Yeah, I should get like a girl to play Toilico or something. Or I could just do it myself. Like let's see. Yeah, hold on. It's not like I like you or anything. Baka. Pee in me. Or something. There we go, and I said or something again. I need to stop doing that. All right. Okay, well. That got about as weird as it should ever get. So. Yeah, also Toilico. No, please, Mercy. Oh no, you have to pee in it. She wants you to pee in her. You've got to pee in her. I'm just saying, she asked nicely. I really want that to be taken out of context. If you could be telepathically linked to one animal during the zombie apocalypse to help you survive, which animal would you pick and why? Good question. That is a good question. I mean, if I had to say, honestly, I guess the obvious answer would be like a bird or like a rat or something to help you. Just kind of, you know, find stuff at least. Survive a bit. But I gotta be honest, I don't really see the point in just doing the obvious thing. So, well, yeah, exactly. Killer whales. That's an interesting one. Whales can help you find stuff. They can help you kill prey. They can give you a ride and stuff. Yeah, killer whales. You can sleep inside their mouth or something if they're willing to let you do that when you sleep. You have 48 subs and your highest views, lol. Huh. Make a raft of killer whales. Exactly. That's some good stuff right there. Good thinking, Peach. That's interesting. You could also, like, try to make, like, a raft of eagles. If you could have, like, a bunch of eagles. Or condors. Those are pretty big. Just get, like, a bunch of them tied to, like, the same thing and having them, like, pull it. You need a lot of them. You need a lot of condors. Like, tons of them. But you could get, like, a flying little chair of condors. With a bunch of condors tied to it. Killer whales OP because they kill a lot. Eggs, yep. They're killer whales. It's in the name. They have to kill. It's in their blood. Your highest view is 73. Keep at it, buddy. You got it. It's better than most of my streams. Probably better than this stream, honestly. Gordon Ramsay holds you at gunpoint and demands a dish that will satisfy him or else he will shoot you. What are you making him? Aha, you see, I've got a big brain one for this one. They have those Gordon Ramsay, like, hamburger kits or whatever it is, or, like, I go make food from his restaurant, and then I bring it to him. If he's not satisfied by it, then that means that he's not satisfied by his own food, and that means that he's basically not Gordon Ramsay, because then he doesn't make good food. You got this, Dreeth. See, Dreeth, other people are cheering you on, too. You got this. And then, like, if I make him his own food and he doesn't like it, then he can't be Gordon Ramsay, because Gordon Ramsay has to like his own food. He's the food expert. He's the food guy. So, basically, I can't lose here. And if he's not Gordon Ramsay, he can't be holding the gun to my head. Transitive property of, not existing or something. I don't know how that works, but I'm also the one answering the question. And I say, if he's not Gordon Ramsay, he can't hold the gun. Gordon Ramsay's the only one allowed to do that. The only one who will ever get permission. So, I just need to prove scientifically that he is not Gordon Ramsay. And then, I'm fine. Alternatively, it's very, very hard to mess up, like, a peanut butter and jelly sandwich or chicken. Both of those things are very hard to mess up. I would say fried chicken. It's not hard to make fried chicken. It's also not hard to make good fried chicken. Basically, if it's horribly unhealthy for you, there's a pretty good chance that it tastes amazing normally. You know? Just a thought. Even if he has a discerning palate, I'm sure you could just hit him with some, like, some Mickey D's, some of them Wendy's, some of them D's nuts, and then you're fine. We're controlling whales with OP because you can control killer whales. Killer whales are more like porpoises, though. They're not really like actual whales, aren't they? Could have sworn they were like, kind of like dolphins, basically. The world now runs on video game logic. What is the first thing you do? Well, obviously, test fall damage is the first thing. Jump off your roof, test if it works. If it doesn't, you're whatever. Secondly, take over the world. Wait, even better. If it's like Fallout logic, put on like a suit to gain extra charisma points and just talk your way through everything. Then you'll be fine. You'll be like so charismatic just wearing your suit, which gave like, I remember for me in what was it? Fallout 4, I had a suit that did that. It gave me like +9 charisma, which brought me to 10, I think. Yeah, game mode creative. Oh, that's pretty great. That's true. But yeah, I had like a suit that brought me to like +10 charisma. And I just was able to like zip, zap, and zoot my way through everything, bro. Like I could do everything I wanted. Game mode creative, give 64 diamonds. Yeah. Basically just Minecraft console codes. That's good. Or like, you know those like cheat things for the DS they used to have, or Game Boy? Like action replay? Stuff like that would be fantastic. Jump off building to test fall damage. Exactly, guys. We gotta test this fall damage. See if it's falling. Or damaging, even, for that matter. Possibly both. Ideally not both. But, you know. Sometimes there's fall damage in life. And you have to deal with that. We all have to deal with fall damage. And the broken bones that accompany it. All right. Next question. Speed 9910. Don't do it too high. Yeah. What movie bombed at the box office but flourished on home release and is now a classic? I think Office Space fits this category. It was this movie that like you can find a lot of clips of it on YouTube. It's this great movie where these guys are just really bored working in an office, and it's just really fun. It's a comedy based on that. Written by Mike Judge. It was very funny. Let me look this up actually. I kind of forgot to look this up. Movies that bombed in box office but are classics. Sharknado, yeah, kind of agree with that. Okay, so yeah, Office Space, The Room, obviously. Everyone loves The Room. It's amazing. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory 2011. That's surprising me. Not that I thought it did like really well in theaters, but I never thought it was like, you know, that bad or anything. Apparently Donnie Darko is also on the list. Fight Club is on the list. Big Lebowski, which I thought was kind of an okay movie. Clue, Rocky Horror Picture Show, Citizen Kane. Really? Interesting. Shawshank Redemption, I also heard about that. That was a great movie. But like, man, a lot of good quotes from that movie. Like, are you rehabilitated? What does that mean? And then I try to explain it to him, and he's like, I know what you think it means. I want to know what it actually means. And he goes through the whole monologue about how he's like regretful over the fact that he killed the guy. That movie was great. Anyway, yeah, that's my answers. It's Office Space and oh yeah, I just said it, Shawshank Redemption. Those are my answers. Also, The Room and Morbius. Got a morb. We all got a morb sometimes. It's about morbing. So, yeah. Greatest voice actor of all time. Obvious answer. Mel Blanc. Everyone likes Mel Blanc. He was the Bugs Bunny guy. He was the Daffy Duck guy. He was the guy who did both of them doing an impression of each other almost simultaneously. By God, he was a god. Ooh, next question. Why did you phrase it like that? Mel Blanc voice. What characters? Just to kind of bring you up the list. He was Bugs Bunny, he was Porky Pig, Daffy Duck, Yosemite Sam, Foghorn Leghorn, Sylvester, Tweety, Barney Rubble. Any Looney Tunes character was great. Chris Pratt, I would not say Chris Pratt's the best. He's pretty good, but like, I do like Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool. He was pretty good. Unless you mean Nolan North, and Nolan North is also great, obviously, but like, yeah, Nolan North, I'd say Nolan North is among the best. He was in a lot of stuff for a good reason. He was very good. And he's still in a lot of stuff now. Same thing with Troy Baker. I like Troy Baker a lot. He gave a very good performance in Last of Us. Of course, he played Joel really well. He was, and one of my favorites of his, Kanji in Persona 4, loved him in that. He was great. You know the actors' names. Oh yeah, I get it. But like, Troy Baker can pull out some really amazing performances. Him, Matt Mercer, you know, you got like, oh, Yuri Lowenthal, of course. Gotta love Yuri Lowenthal. I'm gonna name a few women, then probably Tara Platt, you know, Tara Strong. A lot of Taras in there. Let me think what else. Oh yeah, Laura Bailey. Love Laura Bailey, Phineas and Ferb creator. That's, oh yeah, the guy who plays Doofenshmirtz. Yeah, he's pretty great. I like him a lot. Obviously, I should be on this list. I'm not, but I should be. Because I also don't, not, as much as I like to call myself a voice actor, basically I'm not. Doofenshmirtz greater than Shaggy? Ooh, that's a tough call. Oh, that's difficult. Not really sure how I feel about that one. I'll get back to that later. Alright. Next question. Which celebrity everyone likes but you're pretty much sure is a psychopath? Alright guys, hear me out. Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd seems like a really nice guy, but he also seems like a kind of guy who doesn't age. So, I'm pretty sure he's a vampire. And he eats people. You are the opposite, then the greatest. Oh, thanks. You guys still doing Minecraft codes in the chat? That was like 5 questions ago, guys. Okay, I mean, everyone kind of knows Andrew Tate's a psychopath. I don't think everyone likes him. I think most people don't like him. No, but yeah, Paul Rudd, I'm pretty sure is a vampire. And that's why. Gordon Ramsay? Yeah, I can see that. You don't really get to where he is without being a little nuts. And he seems like a nice guy in most cases. It's just like, when he's on his show, he's like, he's out there. He's nuts. He's going at it because he has to, and also because he wants to, I guess, for money. Wait, children like Andrew Tate? I don't even know what Andrew Tate's supposed to do. Whatever. Let me think what else. Who else would be like a psychopath that everyone likes? Well, someone can like them, and they can also be a psychopath at the same time. So I guess most, like, I don't know. Can't think of it. Trying to think, though. It's like, I don't think there's anyone else out there who I think might be, like, crazy. Oh, yeah, I guess I was gonna say Charlie Sheen, but, like, I'm not sure how popular Charlie Sheen really is. Whatever. Next question. What are you embarrassingly bad at? Everything. No, but really, though, for, like, an actual answer, I'm really bad at singing, to the point where I'll only sing as a joke for the most part, because I think it's, like, it sounds horrendous in a pretty bad way. And it's monthly like $50 per person. Yikes. Anyway. Yeah, drawing. Yeah, I see some of that in the chat. I'm not great at drawing either, clearly, based on all this, but like, you know, I like to think I'm trying to improve. I think most of my art kind of slowly gets better. Country roads, take me home to the place I still belong. Country roads, mountain mama, country roads. I don't know the words other than country roads and mountain mama and take me home. So we're doing country roads, getting monetized. Not that I'm monetized in the first place, but I'm country roads. Well, yeah, singing I am terrible at. I'm bad at most video games, if not all of them, barring a very exceptional few. If I had to pick one specifically, I am terrible at most, like, rhythm games. I am abysmal at. I think I need to practice more with them, but, like, in general, it's just not good. You're bad at making friends? Hey, you know, keep at it. You just find people who match your interests. You're good. Just join a club or something, if you can. Those help a lot. Once you actually get to a point in your life where you can have clubs, or find other people online or something. You have a Discord, I can make you sing better. I don't have a Discord. I feel like that'd be kind of weird if I had, like, a Discord for the moment. Oh, you're good at singing. Good. I don't know, I'll work on it. I'll see what I can do. Who knows? Think you're okay at singing? That's good for you. Nice. Next question. What looks fake but is actually real? According to a friend of mine, capybaras. According to me, giraffes. Giraffes don't look like real animals. They look like fake animals that we put together, and is now just a really long horse, which is why I like that subreddit, Giraffes Don't Exist. It's just a fun little place. I like it. And then also, let me think. Oh yeah, you know those fish they see at the bottom of the ocean? So many of those look just completely unrealistic, like the one with legs. The fish with like little spider legs. Man. I hate that thing. I hate seeing it scuttle around, and I don't like it. Looks terrible. Personally, not a fan. It's just so weird. Why does it have spider legs and fins? Evolutionary disadvantages or advantages. It was invented by a German woman. Oh, good to know. But yeah, I don't like those fish. I don't like those animals. They look weird. Spider legs. Ah. Fish with legs, look it up. Terrible. What fictional character would be horrified if they looked at that? What fictional character would be horrified if they looked themselves up on the internet? Most of them, especially Pokemon characters. Back to the Nintendo adult game thing from earlier this episode. Man, that would be nuts if they made an adult Pokemon game. For many reasons. One being that the porn of the characters would be in the game this time, as opposed to anything else. Spider that can fly. I'm pretty sure those don't actually exist. But, you know. Princess Peach. Yep. Absolutely. Genshin characters. Totally. So many of them would be just mortified. Man, the girls would feel terrible. Imagine how the guys feel when they see, like, pictures of them making out with each other and they're not even... Some of them aren't even into other dudes, you know? That's gotta be weird. It's gotta be a weird feeling. This, like... Imagine if people made fan art of you making out with your friends. Like... That's just kind of like a weird feeling right there. I just can't imagine that, because mainly I don't have any friends, but also because that, like... You know... That's such a weird thought. Dora the Explorer. Yeah, let's hope she doesn't learn to use the internet. Ever. I know, I'm sure it exists. I don't need to look it up. I don't want to look it up. I kind of wonder, I think a better question would be, what characters wouldn't be horrified and might be a little interested? Mainly like those, the characters that really like, that stuff. Like Kiara from FGO, or, Elena Lees from Mushoku Tensei. The ones that really like that sort of thing, they love it. The rest of them would not. Next question. If your life was a ride at the amusement park, what would you name it? All we have to do is show them the good side of the internet because there is some super cool stuff. That is true. But let's be real here. There's a lot of stuff on there. You can always tell when, let's go back to this for a sec. You can always tell when something is successful when it has a lot of porn made of it. And that's how you know that I'm not successful yet. But yeah, whenever there's an arrowhead tag in hentai, that's when you'll know that I've succeeded. That's when we'll know. But until then, never mind. If your life was a ride at the amusement park, what would you name it? Let me think. What would be a funny name for a ride with me? I guess, like... Roller Coaster, I Barely Know Her? Or something? Because that would be kind of funny. World War III? Interesting title. We could also call it, like, the Tsundere Toilet. But... Huh. Blood Coaster. That kind of works. That's kind of a cool name. Sounds like an attack move in an anime, like, I'm gonna have to use it. My secret ability. Blood Coaster! Or something. Yeah, I need to stop saying or something. Man, chat called me out a while ago and I'm still reeling from that. Still reeling from being told all of my super dope-based lit terms aren't good. Man. Getting called out for that. How about Suffering the Musical is the name of my roller coaster? Suffering the Musical. It's suffering because it's a musical, because I'm terrible at singing. And I populate the singing of the ride. Or something. Next question. If you were an MMA fighter, what would your walkout song be? Here's my thought on this. I could do something intimidating, like, you know, Crazy Train, or like, what would you do if I just started spamming R? I'd rather you didn't. I'd rather you not do that. I could go with something intimidating, like Crazy Train, or like Puppet Master, or something like that. I think the best song is Why Can't We Be Friends? Why Can't We Be Friends? I'm going to pacifist route the MMA. I'm going to befriend all of them through the championship. That's what I'm doing. I am going to make everyone the friend that I need by not even throwing any punches. I'm going to win without fighting in the MMA. It'll be the worst season for viewership, but it'll be the best one for friendship. Could you listen to that song? I mean, not on stream. Probably not, no. For sure, if I play other people's music, I get kind of demonetized, so, gonna ixnay that one. If is it? Let me look this up. Hold on. Can I actually, hold on. Why can't we be friends? Copyright. Is it? Could I play Brown is die Hasselnuss? Well, I can't, like, I'm not just gonna delete part of my stream just to listen to part of a song on stream that you can listen to elsewhere. Why would I do that? That doesn't make any sense. I'm not doing that. Brown East D Hasselnuss. I mean, I guess I could play that one, because that's probably pretty old, but like, nah, I'm not gonna play music on stream because I don't want to chance fate with all that stuff. Yeah, but I don't want to cut that part. You don't understand. I don't want to cut any part of my stream, especially not just to listen to music on stream. Why would I do that? I know I'm not monetized. I get that. I still don't want to get copyright struck. That's still a problem even if you're not monetized. I don't want to do that. I don't want to deal with that. You're still going to have a problem with playing music. It's still an issue. Okay, I get that. I get that it's not copyrighted. I'm not playing the song on stream. I'm not doing that. Next question. If you could make human blood swap with another liquid, what would you choose? Oil. Because I want money. And I could just bleed out money. Alternatively, we wouldn't need to pay as much for oil anymore. Because everyone has it. Yeah. Because everyone has it. That's my TED Talk on that point. So, like, there's also, let me think. What are the liquid? Apple juice, maybe? I'd be like the world's first apple juice vampire. Just sucking apple juice out of people's necks. It'd be great. Now, granted, without blood, we would all die. Certainly. But, like, would I be willing to make that sacrifice for apple juice? Possibly. You might all have to become my new drink bags. Just a thought. Just a thought there. Floating it by you. Let me think what else. I would say a mix of plasma and water. Also a pretty good option. I could see that. That kind of works. Let me think. I guess water would be decent. Because you kind of need a lot of water in yourself anyway. Just drink water out of people. Water people. That could be pretty good. Plus it's clear, so like if you get a cut, it's not going to stain your clothes or anything. That'd be nice. Yeah, plasma water. That works. What anime cliche annoys me the most? Ladies and gentlemen, question of the night. If I had to say anything of or related to any kind of like harem trope, like, you know, you've got the tsunderes that are just generic tsunderes. Any generic dere type, I don't like. Because then they're not even interesting. They're just like, oh, I'm like this, and I, like a tsundere. That tsundere toilet over there, yeah, you know what? She would hit guys if she was a generic tsundere, but she's not. She's a tsundere because she doesn't know if she wants you to piss in her or not. What is water and plasma? I got ya. Yeah, that makes sense. I get that joke now. But yeah. She wants you to piss in her, but she doesn't really know if she wants to, because that's kind of gross in a way, but also, maybe she wants it. So, that's why she's a tsundere. She's conflicted. Arrowhead harem. Exactly. Kinda, I don't want that, but like, the point is, that would be annoying. Also, protagonists that are like, they say like, oh, I'm the weakest one, but they're definitely the strongest. Not because they're hiding it or anything, just because like, they think they're the weakest, and it's like, oh, well, I'm not actually that strong, but they are. They're OP as fuck, and we all know it. Maple gets a pass. Maple from Bofuri gets a pass. She's fine. But, like, what else? Oh, yeah. Power of friendship, which really doesn't come up that much, in my opinion, but, like, when it does, it's kind of annoying. And it's also, if it's like in a scene where it doesn't really fit, it can be kind of like, oh my god, really? Or like, I guess that kind of counts as a trope. A fuck you, go read the manga ending. Because that's like, some people just see the anime as like a glorified advertisement, and then it just kind of carries through the production in the fact that it's like, they don't want to finish it, really. So there's that. Not a fan at all of that trope, if it counts. Can I play? I'm not going to play the song. I'm not going to do it. But, let me think what else. As for good anime tropes, though, good anime trope, when they play the opening of the show during, like, the climactic scene of the final episode, bro, that shit goes hard. That is amazing stuff right there. You'll love to hear it. You'll love to see it. I love to see it. It's never not hype. You always play the opening song, and it's always good. Tried and true, always amazing. Yeah, anyways, the other tropes, though, don't like those. Generic tsunderes, don't like them. Generic anything, don't like them. Let me think what else. Oh yeah, lucky pervert stuff. That usually gets kind of a pass, though, just because it's usually in series where it's like the main point is just that the girls are hot. And they're like, they're not even trying to act like there's any other quality to the show other than that. Oh, right. Love triangles. I fucking hate love triangles. Why? It's never a question. It's never a question as to like which girl's gonna end up with the guy or like which guy's gonna end up with the girl. We always know. We always know who's gonna win the love triangle. And they try to act like it's a question, but it's not. It's never a question. Same thing with harem. The harem, it's always like the special girl who popped up out of nowhere. Man, never anyone else. It's never not that. The only time it wasn't that was with like The World God Only Knows, and that show was fantastic. The manga's fantastic too. Highly recommend it. But otherwise, it does not change. First girl syndrome. I hate it. I hate love triangles. I hate generic tsunderes. I hate them all. They annoy me. Rant over. Next question. Which sentence would start... What sentence would start the biggest argument? Generally one of those things where there's like two ways of doing things and everyone thinks that everyone else does the way they do it, but they don't. Like wiping when sitting down or standing up when you're taking a dump. Or putting the toilet paper like... with the roll part facing the wall or facing away from the wall. Because that's like two sides and all that. Driving on the side of the street, that's more of a country thing, but still kind of counts. Let me think what else. Oh yeah. What Star Wars movie is the worst? A lot of arguments on that one. A lot of debates. Personally, I'd say Rogue One, but, you know, I get... Actually, without Rogue One, I'd say... That's a tough one. Actually, I'd have to think about that. That might be a... That might be a whole video in and of itself. But, let me think. What else? Oh yeah, who is best girl in any series? Like, if you go for FGO specifically, you got a lot of problems there, because there's just so many. Or Genshin. Genshin's got a lot. Hello, gentlemen. I would like to say why DBZ sucks and is overrated. That's like, yeah, that's sort of a few arguments. It's not as mainstream anymore, though. Honestly, I think it's kind of like mainstream to hate on Dragon Ball, so like... I don't know, maybe you'd have some luck with that one. Kinda. Get some allies for yourself or something. What do you think are going to be the popular things we will cringe at in the future? Honestly, most things. Like, you know, Instagram, I think a lot of people will look at like Instagram and Twitter and look back on that and be like, oh god, I did that. Oh no. YouTube probably. I can't imagine I'll look back on this eventually and be like, man, that was such good stuff. I'm probably going to cringe immensely when I see this stuff. So there's that. Additionally, what else would I cringe at in the future? Maybe, I hate to say it, but Fortnite probably. Just because oh yeah, Goku versus Saitama. That would be an argument. That's a fucking... Yeah, Goku versus anyone, honestly. Facebook's already kind of cringy now a little bit. Really, most social media, to be honest. But, you know, it's all about how you do it, ultimately. I think most things, like, oh yeah, iFunny, Roblox TikTok videos, a lot of classic stuff right there. Most social media, I think we can all agree, social media is going to be pretty cringe in the future. Pretty cring, as it were. Like saying dope, or lit, or cracked, like I do commonly. Which is apparently already cringy. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, yeah, TikTok as well. On that note, I'd like to end things here. Ladies and gentlemen, I have been Arrowhead, your favorite Android VTuber. I will be back on Thursday with AI the Somnum Files. And I'll see you all next time. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed. Have a lovely morning, day, or evening. And goodbye for now.